Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's World Session. We are March 22nd. So I'm going to just do a little tune-up today. Keep it nice and short and sweet. Make sure you get yourself nice and cozy and listen to the session when you're able to relax without any distractions. This is a little TLC, little booster for your week. So I'm going to start with tapping the cortices. And tapping the cortices helps improve brain function, actually up to 65% if you do this regularly as a standalone technique. It also helps to ground and reduce anxiety and mental chatter and brain fog. So tapping the cortices. We're going to go ahead and do a hydration technique next. Make sure that the water that you are drinking, so if you have water close to you, go ahead and take a sip right now. We're going to make sure that the water that you do drink is being properly absorbed by the small intestines. This helps for emotional release and synthesis. Water, we're made up of, I think it's 75% water within our system. I'm not entirely sure of the exact percentage, but water helps to keep the blood moving nicely. We want hydrated, nicely oxygenated body systems, and water also, they say most of us are dehydrated. So we're doing a nice hydration method. I'm going to go ahead and do what's coming up next is actually a full lymphatic drainage. I thought I was going to go through a different kind of technique, doing the access, which is a part of the body talk system. You can look that up, but it's actually bringing me someplace else. We need to drain those that lymph. It's backing up and it's really slow and sluggish. And this is, I never seen this before in this way, that a slow lymphatic system actually is a block to, it doesn't quite, the chi doesn't quite move through the body. So if you've been feeling sluggish, slow, fatigued, drained, it's kind of like you're dragging your body about, we're going to do a few things. We're going to do a full lymphatic drainage. So I'm going to hold the zygoma, doing a full lymphatic drainage. Oh, there's a nice breath of release there. So the lymph, we need the lymph to move those toxins out of the body. We need those toxins to move out of the body. But it's also going to help with the release of toxic thoughts. So overthinking, overanalyzing, low self-esteem, criticism, and any kind of thoughts that are stuck on repeat. This is going to help move the system. And we're going to link this into increasing the flow of chi through the body. So I'm going to do a nice, you could do this with yourself, do this for yourself. We're going to drag the chi down. Now, dragging the chi is cumulative. It's part of Qigong. You can do this many times a day, bringing the chi through and down through the body. Now, we need to do a circulation of chi through the meridians, making sure that energy is getting through everywhere to the extremities. This can also help with circulation or any stagnation within the meridian system. And we need to go ahead and we'll do a repair through that small intestines. Actually, we need to increase. Oh, there's a burp there, nice release happening there. You need to improve the circulation through the small intestines. It's like seeing neural connectomes. Now, that's of the brain, obviously, but we do have a gut brain. And we want those neural connectomes within the brain, that information to move smoothly so that discernment and intuition can rise with ease. It just feels really heavy in the small intestines, just really, really heavy. So we're going to go ahead and dump active memory out of the small intestines to confusing intuition and thinking. The thinking is really, oh, not just thinking like, oh, what am I going to have for supper tonight, but following thoughts, not that anchored thinking, not of a clear mind. We want those synapses to be clear. Now, even as I'm saying this, that doesn't feel quite right as a sentence. That doesn't feel quite it. So we're going to go ahead and do a general active memory dumping. So any memories that are stored in there to not listening to your intuition when intuition came up quite strongly and you didn't listen to it, and then like, oh, beat yourself up. I knew it. I knew it. So we're going to dump that out of the small intestines and improving that those connectomes within the stomach. They keep coming up as neuroconnectomes. Now I know that that's not quite it, but that's how it's showing itself. So those synapses, that information through the small intestines is moving and communicating well. This is going to help with also the circulation of qi, absorption of qi. So we get our daily qi through food, water, sun, some exercise, rest. And so this is going to help with utilizing that daily qi and that you're not overdoing it. Sometimes there's just moments in your life where you require more rest. And we want to dump out of the system, out of this body mind, beating yourself up for needing rest, thinking that you're lazy if you're tired and you need extra rest, or that you're feeling slow. Sometimes there's a tendency, I know even for myself, to do this, that if I'm feeling good and I wasn't feeling good the previous day and I'm feeling good now, I am like, oh, I got to get to all of the things that I didn't do before. So I just spent a day resting and now I feel energized. I feel better. Now I've got to get to all those things that I didn't do. And that has a tendency of overdoing it. That's counterintuitive. It's counterproductive. We don't want to do that. Okay, so I feel good and I can tell like I'm feeling more energized. It's not to mean that I'm going to go and rush out and use all of my energy reserves. Tasks are not more important than me. So we're going to help the small intestines to discern how much energy you have. So you're not tapping into your ancestral chi through the kidneys, that you're not burning the candles at both ends. And if you do need more rest, if you are feeling sluggish, it feels as like there's a permission sentence coming in here I give myself permission to stop. Oh, that feels so powerful. I give myself permission to stop. So that means stop beating yourself up. If you're resting, actually rest. If you're resting, actually stop. If you're see that you're overdoing it, you literally physically stop and go, stop, it's enough. So I give myself permission to stop. Even if it's stopping bad habits in the sense of doing something that harms you. The life is hard enough as it is. You don't need to make it harder on yourself, right? You don't need to make life harder on yourself. So it could be coming up as I stop making life so hard on myself. I'm going to do what helps me. I'm going to do in my life what makes me feel strong, what I feel powerful in. And not in like strong, not power, not the narcissistic stuff, not the pushy stuff, but healthy, like, oh, don't say anything against yourself that makes you feel weak. Only say things that make you feel strong. in the healthy sense. So we're going to tap this permission into that small intestines, and I'm already feeling loosening. I could feel my energy coming back because I was feeling a little sluggish today. So you can see for yourself how you're feeling. And then this is needs another hydration through the small intestines to dump any toxic buildup. And it feels like the microbiome within the small intestine. So we're going into the immune response and needs a little hydration. It feels a little sluggish. It feels a little crispy. So we're going to do a hydration to your stomach, your small intestines microbiome, and also to the adaptive immune system. Help them out a little bit. Some vitamins are coming in. So we're going to give to that adaptive immune system a nice therapeutic dose of vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is really great to help oxidative stress and free radicals out of the body. And it feels so good. So if you can get some, I would always recommend getting it through a natural food source. So you can feel for yourself what that feels like for you. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, or this is just something that's coming up energetically. Please don't take this as medical advice. You can go and choose what you need to do for yourself. And of course, always listen to follow your doctor's advice. All right, so end of session for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.